Moving to crew. The men's heavyweight won the head of Houstonic by 32 seconds, and Trinity took second. In the novice division, Yale crew finished second place by 4 seconds. In women's crew, they took the top 2 spots in the varsity 8. It's the 7th year in a row they've won for their winning streak in the head of the Houstonic. Both teams are back in action a week from this Sunday as they go down to the head of Charleston in Boston. Neil?
It's good to see that the Ivy League Yale still dominating the career of both women and men.
Always, yeah.
But one sport that we've been sucking in lately, and last season especially, was field hockey. And this year, it's a whole new team, and it was no more evident than this past weekend. They traveled to Hanover, played a great game against Dartmouth, and then took on number 6 team in the country, UNC. Take a look at these highlights, we won't recognize this team.
Second half, and the game not up at 1-1 when, who are you going to call? Lindsey Collins. The senior stud fires a hard one in the back of the goal to give Yale a 2-1 lead over Dartmouth. Then 5 minutes left to go in the game, and still 2-1. And Yale playing a little game of cat and mouse as our very own Kat Lindsroth breaks free, and nothing sweeter than hearing the ball clang the back of the goal. Yale goes on to win it 3-1. The Eli's dominated this one, allowing no shots on goal in the second half, while Shorty, Harriet Thayer, continues her great season, adding her 5th assist on the year. Yale will celebrate Saturday night, but face a new challenge Sunday when they took on the number 6 team in the country, the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. Yale went down in this one early, but kept it close in the first half, as here, Lindsey Collins gives the Tar Heels a scare, as goalie Brianna O'Donnell makes a nice stop. But UNC took 19 shots on goal in this one, and you gotta tip your caps to the Yale goalies Liz Freelander and Charlotte Goins, who just performed outstandingly, as first it's Liz with the save, then freshman Goins gives a sneak peek of her talent with a brilliant stop. The Eli's walk away with a 6-0 loss, but with confidence that they can compete with the best. Goins was named Ivy League Rookie of the Week for her performance in the game, while still having not allowed a single goal yet in her NCAA career. Meanwhile, UNC's Karen Mann had a hat trick, bringing her season goal total to 13 through 15 games.
So as you guys can see, Coach Super has those girls playing really well right now, and looks to continue that play this weekend as they travel to Boston to take on Harvard and then BU.
Yes, Neil, they looked really crisp out there this weekend. Really crisp. But in the sailing community, there was great performances from Yale, both in co-ed and women's this weekend. We had a 3rd place performance at the half-more teams race led by senior Hannah Oakland and junior Zach Brown, as well as another 3rd place performance in the Moshbacher Knapp Trophy. Penn Sailing Dynasty, though, did win the Moshbacher Knapp. We had a great performance out of senior Matthew Perry, who finished 4th in the New England Men's Championship, qualifying him for nationals. In the women's division, though, we won the Navy Women's Fall Intersectional, led by sophomore Jane Mackey.
Good to see the sailing team still doing well this year, even without last year's national champion Molly Carapia off the team.
She's crisp.
She's great. But moving now from the water back into the field, back into some dry land, we take a look at the women's soccer team. Of course, you guys all know the story of last year, our great storybook season with that great win over Duke. This year, it's not looking quite so good. Take a look at this game against Dartmouth this weekend. It might have spelled some poor fate for the Yale team.
Dartmouth dominant early on off this corner kick, as Whitney Doucette's header sails just wide of the goal. But the Bulldogs pull out their not-so-secret weapon, Emma Whitfield. She goes through the big green D like she'd been invited, but goalie Amanda Webb is there for the save. The Eli's get a scare here though, as Maggie Goldstein, she has the Kavorka. Her shot just barely misses, hitting the post. Dartmouth outshot Yale 11-5 in the first half, but Susie Starr was all over the place in that box. She makes a nice stop here off the Nicole Camilli shot, but that just sets up this corner kick for Dartmouth. They play it on the ground, and it goes right to Megan Weegis' feet, and she doesn't miss from there. It's 1-0 Dartmouth as the ladies head into halftime. Yale picked up play in the second half, though, outshooting the Big Green 10-5. First, Natasha Mann gets a good look, but Webb is there. Then, Mann sends a beautiful cross, but Webb there again for the save of Chrissy Hauser's header. Susie Starr made 6 saves and looked great, as she keeps it close on a pair of back-to-back shots from Emily Tracy with under 4 minutes left to play. But despite 7 Eli shots on goal in the second half, they fall to last year's runner-up in the Ivy League by a score of 1-0. Despite a big second half, Yale just couldn't find a way to beat Big Green goalie Amanda Webb, whose 10 saves garnered her Ivy League Player of the Week honors. The loss is Yale's first to Dartmouth since the 2003 season and drops them into a tie with Harvard for third place in the division with 4 Ivy League games left to go.
Although Yale still has many Ivy League matches left this season, Dartmouth was the second place finisher last year, and it might be tough to come back.
Yeah, it's a little disappointing to see our girls struggle in the first big Ivy game of the season. Hopefully they'll be able to get back on track. They have to be able to convert the opportunities they have. They have a lot of good opportunities, though, so let's look for them to start doing better in the future.
It's always, Coach Rudy will tell you the same thing, it's always been about finishing that team. But now moving on, right next door, right after the women's game, was the men's game, also playing Dartmouth. The men also looking good this season, but playing some tough, close losses. We'll take a look at how they fared against the Big Green.
After losing to Harvard and complaining about officiating, the Eli's catch a break as Dartmouth is called for the foul in the box on a close chance. But the Big Green kept Eric Geiger busy all day. First, a great diving save in front. Then, the 6'2 Geiger pulls the old reach around on the corner kick. And on another of Dartmouth's 8 corners on the day, it's Liam Leonard using the old noggin to head the ball out of there. But Yale will have its chances, out-shooting Dartmouth 5-4 in the second half in shots on goal. First, it's Alex Mullins in front with a soft touch. Then, check out Marcus Jackson. This guy's got some sweet moves, but maybe a little trigger shy, as the ball trickles back to sophomore Alex Kaczynski, who fires one high over the goal. But James Stewart isn't done pestering Big Green goalie Rowan Anders, first with a great turn shot that just goes wide. Then, a magnificent header that is just nearly kept out by the Dartmouth D. Then in the final 10 seconds, Stewart is on a drive and taken down in the box. Sir! But no call is made, and we head to OT 0-0. Under 5 minutes in, and it's Daniel Keat off the tricky corner, driving the cross past Geiger and into the net. And for the second year in a row, Yale loses 1-0 to Dartmouth and have their heads down as they fall to 1-2 in conference play and face a long drive back to New Haven. Geiger put forth a valiant effort, making 6 saves as Dartmouth outshot the Bulldogs 14-9 and get their first Ivy League victory of the season. For Yale, it's their 4th loss in a row, and they'll hope to bounce back on Friday against Cornell.
The men also had a tough loss against Dartmouth. They'll also look to rebound this weekend. Although it's going to be tough in the Ivy League, it's very competitive, as you saw last year with that 3-way first-place tie. Hopefully they can finish it out the season, though, on a strong note. Moving now, let's just some guys who are doing well this week.
Yeah, in the Ivy League soccer, really, it's Ravnick's out there for the top. But for the Player of the Week honors this week, we're definitely going to go with Mike McLeod. He had a dominant performance, making so many great runs, memorable runs this week. He had 198 rush yards, 2 touchdowns, and the last 3 weeks he has just been putting up great statistics. I hope you have him in your fantasy leagues. He has 158 yards each of the last 3 weeks on average, and he was named ECAC and Ivy League Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, and as you said, he had some great runs in those games, and yeah, I would want to have him on my fantasy team. Take a look at our play of the week, and it's none other than Mike McLeod on this 25-yard screen pass, catch, and run. Take a look.
Young Marshall Falk.
So McLeod, that looked pretty good in that play. Only a sophomore right now. He could be getting some looks a couple years from now from some NFL scouts. But before we close out the show tonight, of course we cannot end our show without giving you guys a reason why Harvard absolutely sucks in every way, right? This week's reason why Harvard sucks is, if you look at where our football team's at right now, McLeod and Polimas obviously having trouble with the law. Some of you might not know, earlier this season, Harvard's captain, a linebacker, was suspended for the entire season for allegedly beating his girlfriend. Also, their quarterback was suspended 5 games for allegedly cheating on a test and plagiarism. And they also had 2 players suspended for fighting on a bus. So we're not the only ones who are misbehaving, and Harvard just sucks.
Yeah, Harvard, as you said, not the model citizen at all. Always causing problems. For Neil and for Nick, I'm Stephen Horn, signing off. We'll see you next week.
Ask me what I want to be, and I will say I will be me. Nothing more and nothing less today. And yesterday you'll see nothing changes in my world. I'm just looking for a thrill. Why does everybody